I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel, Lori's Little Designs and Crafts. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. I'm so very happy to have you. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an upload. Today, we're actually going to be doing a crochet tutorial. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this corner to corner crochet square. So this tutorial is going to be perfect for beginners, specifically for those who either are experienced and need a refresher on the corner to corner crochet technique, or someone who is just starting to discover the technique and wants to get some practice in. So in this tutorial, by the end of the video, you're going to be able to make your own 5x5 corner to corner crochet square. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos, so definitely hit subscribe so you can stay tuned for more. The corner to corner crochet technique is very useful if you are working from a graph or if you want to replicate a pixel-esque type of design. It's actually my favorite type of crochet technique, which is why I've decided to create a series of tutorials for this specific kind of crochet method. So let's go ahead and go over the materials that you need for this project, and then we'll get started. So for this project, you're going to need a pair of scissors for cutting your yarn. You're going to need a yarn darning needle to sew in your loose ends with. You're also going to need some yarn. I'm choosing to use Yarnspiration's Caron 1 pound for this tutorial in the color of Fig. However, you can use whatever yarn you would prefer. You're also going to need a crochet hook, and that hook size is going to vary based on the type of yarn that you use. So if you look at your yarn label, it will tell you the suggested hook size. For this project, I am going to be using the suggested hook size at 5 millimeters. All of these supplies will be linked down in the video description below if you are interested in checking any of them out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to start by making our slip knot. There are a handful of ways to make a slip knot, but I'm just going to show you the way that I do it. So this is my yarn tail, and I'm going to be working from the working yarn, so the side that's attached to our ball of yarn. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it over my fingers like this, and I'm keeping the tail kind of tucked down. I'm going to wrap it and make sure they cross like this, and then kind of just let it dangle on the other side. I'm going to take this first strand, I'm going to move it to the back, and then I'm going to grab this second strand and kind of pull it taut, and that is going to create the slip knot. So to tighten this, we want to pull on the strand of yarn that is still connected to the ball, not the yarn tail. So if I pull on the strand that is still connected to the ball, it will tighten and we can put it on our hook. So to begin row 1, we are going to start with the chain 6. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, and that is our first chain. Yarn over, pull through again, that's 2. Yarn over, pull through for 3. Yarn over, pull through for 4. Yarn over, pull through from 5, and then yarn over one more time, and that gives us 6 chains. So now we're going to be working our first double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook. So if we count down, this is 1, this one is 2, 3, and this will be 4 right here, and we're going to be working right into that chain. So to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to insert our hook into that chain, yarn over again, and pull through. So we now have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through the first 2. Just the first 2. So yarn over and pull through, and then we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and we're going to pull through 2 again, and that is our first double crochet. We're going to go ahead and put a double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So we're going to yarn over, we're going to insert our hook into this chain stitch, we're going to yarn over and pull through, That gives us 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2 again. We're going to go ahead and do another crochet into this last chain. So yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull it through. It gives us 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2 again. And this is going to create our first block and complete our first row. Okay, so to begin row 2, we are going to turn our work. So we're just going to turn this little block to face this way, and we're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're actually going to repeat kind of row 1 for row 2. So we're going to be doing a double crochet in the 4th chain from our hook, and then a double crochet in the 2 following stitches as well. So the 4th chain from the hook is right here. So if we count, we have 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. I also like to just, when I chain, I usually put my thumb over that 3rd chain, and that is also the 4th chain from the hook as well. So if you see me doing that, it's because I don't like to have to count. So we're going to go ahead and insert our first double crochet into this stitch right here. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through. So we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to go ahead and do 2 more double crochets in the next 2 stitches, 1 in each. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into this next chain, yarn over and pull it through. We have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. We're going to do the same thing in this last chain right here. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull it through. So we have 3 loops. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and then pull through 2. So now we have created another block. So what we need to do is we actually need to connect these 2 blocks because they're just kind of dangling loose right there. So in the first block, since we turned our work and it's facing in the correct direction, if you don't change your work, it's going to be facing down like this. If that is the case, that's okay. Just go ahead and flip it up. It's not too big of a deal. Crochet is very forgiving. What we're going to do is we're actually going to be slip stitching right into this chain space. And to do that, we just insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull through. And then we're actually just going to keep pulling it through until we only have the 1 loop on the hook. From here, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is actually part of our increase, so we're increasing here. And we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain space that we just slip stitched into. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain space, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over and pull it through. So 3 hooks or 3 loops. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to do that 1 more time. So yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So this is what row 2 will look like when it's finished. So now, if you see, we have 2 little squares or clusters of double crochet. So this was row 1 when we only had 1, and this is row 2. We now have 2 of those sections. So now we're ready for row 3. So row 3 is literally going to be a repeat of row 2. So we're going to start by turning our work, and we're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my thumb over that third chain so I don't have to worry too much about counting. And then we have 4, 5, and 6. So if you put your thumb over that third chain when you go to increase, you don't have to worry about finding the 4th chain from your hook if that is a struggle point for you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. And then we have 3 loops. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert our hook, and grab the yarn and bring it through. We have 3 loops on our hook, so we're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. We're going to do that one more time, so we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So we've made our first cluster here on row 3, and we need to connect it to this little section here. So this chain space where we have this big gap right here at the end of that cluster, we're going to insert our hook and we're going to slip stitch. So we're going to grab the yarn and we are going to pull it all the way through. There we go. We're going to go ahead and chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain space. So yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull it through. So we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again. We're going to do that 2 more times. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the chain space, grab the yarn and pull it through. So we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. One more time. We're going to yarn over and insert our hook into this chain space. Grab the yarn and pull it through. We have 3 loops on the hook, so we're going to yarn over and pull through the first 2, and then yarn over and pull through the remaining 2 loops. And now we need to get ourselves to the top of this cluster of stitches. So we're going to insert our hook into that chain space at the top here, and we're going to do another slip stitch. So I'm going to insert my hook into that chain space, grab the yarn, and I'm going to pull it all the way through. And then we're going to repeat. This is part of the increase. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 3 more double crochet into this chain space. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, and grab the yarn. We have 3 loops on our hook, so we're going to yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 again. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, grab the yarn and pull it through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Once more, yarn over, insert into the chain space and pull it through. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2, and that concludes row 3. So on row 3, you should have 1, 2, 3 clusters at the end. So every time you do the end, it's increasing because we haven't yet started to decrease. So even when you get to, like when you start the row, you're increasing because you're making this side longer. And when you end the row, you are also increasing at this point as well. Now we're ready to start row 4. Row 4 is going to be a repeat of row 3. We're doing a 5x5 square, so if at this point you feel like you've got the hang of this, you can go ahead and skip to the decrease portion. However, if you feel like you need additional practice, feel free to follow along with me through the next 2 rows. So to start row 4, we're going to turn our work. and we're going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put my thumb over that third chain, and then we have 4, 5, and 6. I want to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook, which is that 3rd chain that I put my thumb over. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into that chain, grab the yarn and pull it up so I have 3 loops. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to do 2 more double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet here and 1 double crochet there. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next chain, grab the yarn and pull it through. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We're going to do that one more time in that last chain. We're going to grab the yarn, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And then we've created another cluster here that we have to connect to the entire project. So this chain space right here, we're going to slip stitch into that right here. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it up, and then we're just going to pull it all the way through so there's that only loop on the hook. From here, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochet into this chain space. So let's chain 3. We got 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain space. So yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over and pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. All right, we're going to do that one more time. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then we're going to repeat that until we get to the end of the row. So we're going to slip stitch, pull it through, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain space. Yarn over, insert, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time. Yarn over, insert the hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then we need to slip stitch into this chain space as well so that we can connect these together. So we're going to insert our hook into that chain space and grab the yarn, pull it all the way through, and then we're going to continue our increase. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to insert 3 more double crochet into this chain 3 space right here. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that 2 more times. Grab the yarn, insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull it up, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time. Yarn over, insert the hook, grab the yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So this is what you should have at the end of row 4, and if you count, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters at the end here. So we're going to do one more row to get us to row 5, and then after row 5 we'll begin our decrease. All right, so to begin row 5, I'm going to turn our work, and then we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. We're going to continue to double crochet into the next 2 chain stitches. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the chain space in the next cluster. And now we're going to chain 3 and then do 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. Okay, then we're going to slip stitch into the next chain space in the next cluster. We're going to chain 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. And then we're going to repeat. So we're going to slip stitch into the chain space of the next cluster. We're going to chain 3. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. Then one more time, we're going to slip stitch into the chain space at the next cluster. We're going to chain 3. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet into this chain 3 space. And then that concludes row 5. So if we count here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clusters in total. That's how we know we're on row 5. So row 6 is actually going to start our decrease. So for row 6, we're going to turn our work per normal. And we are not going to be chaining 6 at the start like we have been. The only time you're going to chain 6 is when you want to increase. We don't want to increase anymore, we want to decrease. If you continue to increase, your sides are going to get longer, and what we want to do is we actually want to go across and finish out this square. So this is the first half of the square essentially, and we just want to fill in everything and complete the square. So instead of chaining 6, what we're going to do is we are actually going to slip stitch our way across to this chain space over here, because that's where we want to be. So into the first stitch right here, we're going to slip stitch. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it through, pull it all the way through. So that is 1. We're going to do it again into the next stitch right here. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it all the way through so it's the only loop on the hook. All right, we're going to do it one more time into this next stitch right here. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it all the way through, and then we're going to do it one more time, except this time we're going to go directly into this chain space because there aren't any more chains for us to really go through. So we're going to insert our hook directly into this space and slip stitch. We're going to grab the yarn and pull it through. So now it's going to be a repeat of what we've been doing in each of these clusters. So we're going to be chaining 3 and then doing 3 double crochet into the chain space. And that's going to repeat until we get to the very last cluster. So go ahead and chain 3, 3 double crochet, slip stitch into the next cluster, chain 3, 3 double crochet, slip stitch into the next cluster, chain 3, 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, slip stitch into the next cluster, and then chain 3, 3 double crochet, slip stitch into the final cluster, but do not chain 3, and we'll meet up at the end. Okay, so I have just chained 3 and done 3 double crochet into the second to last cluster. I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook into the last chain space in this last cluster, and I'm going to slip stitch. And we are not going to chain 3. So this actually is the finish of row 6. If you chain 3, you're going to increase this side again. And we want to finish out the square. So if you were making a rectangle, yeah, you would go ahead and chain 3 and continue to repeat as we've done. However, we're just making a 5 by 5 square, so this is where the decrease is going to come into play. So for row 6, we actually went down a cluster. So on row 5, at the end of row 5, we had 5 clusters. This time we only have 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is because we've decreased instead of increasing on the side. So we're going to go ahead and start row 7. So for row 7, we're going to go ahead and turn our work. And we're pretty much going to repeat the technique that we just did for row 6. So we're going to be slip stitching across these chains and into this chain space over here. So the first chain that you see right here, we're going to slip stitch into that. So insert your hook and grab the yarn and pull it all the way through. We're going to do it again into the next 2 stitches. So this stitch right here, we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull it all the way through. The next stitch right here, we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it all the way through. And then finally we're going to go right into this chain space and slip stitch as well. So insert, grab the yarn, and pull it through. From here it is a repeat of row 6. So we're going to chain 3 double crochet into this chain space. Then we're going to slip stitch into this chain space right here. Then we're going to chain 3 double crochet into the chain space, slip stitch into the chain space up here, chain 3 double crochet, and then to finish out this row, we're going to slip stitch into the top of this cluster, but we're not going to do anything past that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will meet up with you guys at this very last cluster of stitches. Okay, so I have just finished that last double crochet into this chain space, and I'm ready to slip stitch into the top of this cluster. So I'm going to insert my hook and grab the yarn and pull it all the way through, and that is going to complete row 7. So because we decreased yet again, last row we had 4 clusters on the end, now we only have 3. And as you can see, the square is finally starting to take shape. All right, now we're ready to start row 8. We're going to start by turning our work, and we are going to slip stitch into the next 3 chains. So right here, we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, all the way through. We're going to go into the next chain right here, and we're going to slip stitch. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through. One more time into that last chain, we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, and then now we're going to go right into this chain space right here. We're going to slip stitch one more time, grab the yarn, pull it through. This row is going to be a repeat of the previous 2 rows, so we're going to chain 3 and then 3 double crochet into that chain space. We're going to slip stitch directly into the space, the chain space in this cluster. You're going to chain 3 and then 3 double crochet, and then we're just going to slip stitch into the top of this cluster and then go no further. So I will meet you back up at the end of that row. Okay, so I've just finished my last 3 double crochet into this chain space, and now we're going to slip stitch into the top of this last cluster. So I'm just going to insert my hook into that chain space, grab the yarn, and pull it through. So this is the end of row 8. We only have 2 clusters remaining. So next is going to be row 9. We're going to start row 9 by turning our work. And we're going to slip stitch into the next 3 chains. So right here is the first one. We're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through. We're going to go into the next chain, insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, into the next chain right here, insert, grab the yarn, pull it through, and then one more time right into this cluster, we're going to slip stitch again. Alright, we're going to go ahead and chain 3 and do 3 double crochet into this chain space. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to slip stitch into the chain space at the top of this cluster. So we're going to insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull it through, and that is the end of row 9. So now for row 10. Row 10 is very, very simple. As you can see, you probably stopped at row 9. You're like, I'm done. Not quite. You see how this cluster isn't as like formed as the other clusters? We're going to fix that. So we're going to go ahead and turn our work. All we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the next 3 chains. So we're going to insert our hook, pull the yarn all the way through, insert into the next chain, grab the yarn and pull it through. One more time into this last chain, grab the yarn and pull it through. And if you lay your work flat, you'll see that this kind of formed up a little bit. You know, it's not as wonky as it was before. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut our yarn. And then to fasten off, we're gonna grab the yarn and just pull it all the way through, all the way. And then you just pull it taut like that, tightens up into a little knot, and then there you have your square. So now that we've completed our square, I'm going to go ahead and sew in these loose ends. So I went ahead and I threaded our darning needle with the yarn tail, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my needle and go down through some of the stitches. And there is really no rhyme or reason to how to do this. I'm just going to go down through some of the double crochet posts. Some people like to weave in their tails extensively. However you choose to do it is completely fine. As long as you do just kind of weave it in pretty good. So I'm just going to go through there a couple times. And I actually like to go through, you can see right here where there's like a cluster of stitches. I'm actually going to work it up into there. So I'm going to go through these stitches all the way through here and then up through. And we're going to pull it taut but not too taut. And then I'm going to go back through. So I'm going to skip like this first little post there, and I'm going to go back through. So I'm not undoing the work that I just did, but I am going back over most of it. Just kind of get it through there, and I'll do it one more time. So my yarn came out through here, so I'll actually go over that and then go back through that cluster, and that'll be good enough for me. And I'll go ahead and I'll clip that yarn tail and you'll never see it again. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this end over here. And there we have it, our completed 5x5 corner to corner square. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and tutorial. If you found it helpful, I would appreciate it if you guys could hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more tutorials or crochet content from me. I do a variety of crafting content on my channel, but one of my main hobbies is crochet. I do design specifically corner to corner crochet patterns that I sell over on my Etsy shop. So definitely go check those out. This is the first video in a series that I am creating, so I will have some more tutorials related to corner crochet in the very near future. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you all very soon with another video. Bye!